Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is, this show was supposed to be for April the 19th, 2018. It's already the 20th. But hey, have a strong hand. It is 4 a.m. here in Los Angeles. And I did do a show on the 19th. It was, please check it out in the link section below. Always check out the link section below. It was part of my speech from Los Angeles, and it covered some very interesting information that we're going to get into in a second. So yes, I post a new show here every day. Today, there's going to be 2 shows because, hey, it's really early on Friday morning. It is the 20th already, but this is the show for the 19th. But later today, 4 p.m. Eastern time this week in Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that in a second. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Strong hand, value your wealth in Bitcoin. And remember, on Wednesday, the 25th, we're going to be in Denver. Tickets to that event below. Click on that link. Michael Krieger is also going to be there along with Andy Hoffman, Vortex, Thomas from World Crypto Network. Michael Krieger will be on This Week in Bitcoin at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. London time, Friday. That's today, I think. And also, we're going to have Gabriel from Chile will be reporting from Fort Galt. We'll have a third guest on. All you people that I've contacted to be on the show, get back to me. There's like a bunch of third guest people floating around. I'm not sure who the third guest is going to be yet. All right, so let's talk about yesterday's show, part of the speech from my Los Angeles event. I said I really enjoyed my time speaking to everyone in the Century City Bitcoin meetup. Someone had a great question. And I don't know if it actually was on yesterday's part of the video or the part I'm going to post a little later. But the point is this: it was a great question about, is the Trezor insured? How about, is there a Bitcoin insurance policy? Now remember that, and that's just a great question. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. So if you're in the Bitcoin, you're in charge of your private key. If you somehow screw up your Trezor, lose your recovery seed, lose the Trezor, whatever, something catastrophic happens, in the end of the day, it comes back to you. That's what Bitcoin is all about, personal responsibility. And that is the new counterculture. And that is the saying here. But why a company could come along one day and create some sort of insurance for Trezors or for storing your Bitcoin. There is a lot of entrepreneurial opportunity in the cryptocurrency space. I always say that. And that means for insurance-related matters, insurance-related companies can come in here and come up with some idea I can't even think of now, where they're going to make a profit off of insuring Trezors or just insuring paper wallets, insuring some type of storage protocol that you choose. So that was a thought-provoking question that lady asked at the event, and I want to talk about it now. And so I just did talk about it. So who knows? The future, there will be insurance companies in this space one day. How they will operate, hey, I don't know yet, but I just thought I would bring that up and just show you how young this space is. Because in the traditional financial markets, there's all sorts of insurance, and insurance is huge in the traditional finance markets, and it's non-existent in the cryptocurrency market yet. So hey, the future is bright. Pound that like button if you agree with me. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, and on Steemit at Bitcoin Meister, where this show is live right now. All right, so I am very excited about Michael Krieger being on the This Week in Bitcoin show later today, and Gabriel from Chile. We're not going to just talk Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. These are geopolitical type of guys too. So who knows where the conversation is going to go. And I know a lot of you like that kind of stuff. I mean, I cannot predict where the conversation is going to go, but these are two smart guys. And Krieger's, well, we're going to get into Krieger in a second. He's got a good tweet out there today. He's got Liberty Blitzkrieg is his blog. So you should check him out if you don't know him. He's been on the show before. All right, Alistair he's been on this show and This Week at Bitcoin show. He's great. Alistair Milne, and I'm going to meet him in Colorado, which is really cool. On Wednesday, be there Wednesday when we meet. All right, Alistair Milne has a great tweet out there. Total addressable market is 3 billion internet users. He's talking about cryptocurrency. Current adoption, less than 30 million users, which is less than 1%. So yeah, that's just a nice way of saying it's early. Oh, it's early, baby. Okay, Ethereum in the news. Well, let's get into this. Matt Odell has a good neutral Bitcoin Ethereum type of tweet. Bitcoin and Ethereum don't compete with each other. Stakeholders of each have wildly different long-term goals and priorities. I agree with that. That they really are not, they're apples and oranges, but most people in this space just boil it down to really, they simplify it way too much, say they're competing. Ethereum is not a store of value. It's something totally different. Will it be successful? I have no idea. Is it centralized? It looks like it sometimes. I mean, they have bailouts, but is that something you should even be concerned about if you're into Ethereum? Probably not. It's not comparable. Bitcoin is the decentralized cryptocurrency. Ethereum isn't trying to be that. Ethereum is trying to be something completely different. You build things on top of it. Let's see how that goes. Now, there's tweets here from Nathaniel Popper that says regulators have indicated in private meetings that they are considering whether even the second largest virtual currency, Ethereum, should be categorized as a security. So here we go again. The talk about, is Ethereum a security? And thus, there'll be the heavy hand of regulation on top of it soon enough. Oh, woe is me. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, again, I just buy and hold Bitcoin. And I see Ethereum for, they're going to be, it's not to be compared to Bitcoin, and you're supposed to build technologies on top of it. I am not a tech guy, obviously, a programmer of any sort. And people point out all sorts of issues in that aspect of it, but I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about is, will the government come down and classify it as a security? And Andreessen Horowitz argues against this, and that it isn't going to be a security, considered security by the government. And you know what? I bet they're right. Ethereum has been associated with a lot of big money. A lot of people want to see it succeed. And the way the government works is, you bribe the government not to put regulation on you. And I can see a lot of big players out there. And in the sense, Ethereum is centralized in that way because there are a lot of big players. And it has a leader that is loved by some of these big players. They'll just say, if the government really says, hey, we're thinking of considering this, categorizing this as a security, the big actors will work their magic, give some donations. I don't think it'll be classified as a security ever. And just, you know what? If it's so great and powerful, who cares what the government says about it? It will succeed on its own. I mean, that's what Bitcoin's doing. Nothing can stop Bitcoin. It is, of course, it is totally decentralized. So, hey, good luck to everyone. But it is apples and oranges, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Again, I'm bringing this up because it's creeping up into the news again. I thought I would give my take on it. It's not that, I'm not taking sides in this darn thing. Whatever happens, happens. I don't like the government regulating anything. I'm not a big fan because I think if they do classify it as a security, that just hurts the whole cryptocurrency market. It is the #2 cryptocurrency, whether you like it or not. It'll create all this FUD. It'll create some sort of crash in Bitcoin again. And just, I want things to progress. Now, I am a patient person, but I don't like when FUD creates weak hands. And, I have to deal with all these weird rumors and conspiracies and whatnot. All right. So let's go down to South Africa with this altcoin trader exchange. If you've been following this Bprivate over there, It's surging again. The other night it surged to 1375 Rand or 1500 Rand. And at one point it was 5,000 Rand. Now again, it's 1,000 Rand, which is like 83 bucks. Okay. But here's what they say. Having issues with our Bprivate wallet. This is, again, altcointrader.coza.co.za. It's linked, again, it's linked to below the chart there. So you can check out the price there right now. The general price in the world is like 32 bucks for Bprivate. All right. And it's 83 in South Africa on this exchange. And they say having issues with Bprivate wallet is it's not syncing. Okay, and so we are not able to accept deposits. This issue could be resolved now, or it could take days. It will take as long as it takes for us to sync our wallet. We have started manually crediting clients with their Bprivate deposits. Okay, due to a crazy frenzy, we have placed a warning on our site saying, warning, Bprivate trading unusually high. April 19, 2018, Bprivate while Altcoin Trader respects and promotes a free market regarding trading, we would like to point out to our clients that Bprivate is trading unusually high right now. It should be noted that international price is considerably lower for Bprivate. We encourage all our clients to do their own research before buying any crypto coins. I bring all this up before anyone just starts throwing all their Bprivate onto this exchange. Obviously, part of the reason the price is surging is because there's not much of it on there, and it's just trading over and over and over again to the same people. So, some people think it's worth a lot there, obviously, or they're just playing flipping games on there. They are if you did deposit it over there, they are clearly manually crediting you some of your Bprivate. Obviously, it's taking long. I don't know the full story. I just wanted to, there's a lot of questions going on. Why is it worth so much there? Will this affect the price? Who knows? Maybe when they get everything straight, it will. There'll be a huge demand in South Africa and it'll bring up the price. I don't know. But right now, even the guys in charge of the exchange are giving warnings. Don't get your hopes up here. Don't think it's all of a sudden, once we get everything straight, it's going to stay at $83. But hey, check it out yourself. It's linked to below. There are people, actually, I saw some dude, was very happy that he paid 50 bucks for it or something like that, or that he paid 500 Rand for it, excuse me. So people down there see it differently. Hey, and the thing is, if people were really buying it for what it's supposed to do, Bprivate as a privacy coin, they need that in South Africa. I mean, considering the government's overreach, if you live in a country that has clear government overreach, you want to get a privacy currency. Right now, I don't think that's what's going on that exchange. I think it's a bunch of people flipping to each other and a few lucky outsiders that got their Bprivate in there to sell it. Okay, so enough of that. A great Andreas video is out that I linked to below. He compares hardware wallets and paper wallets. And he says, basically, for 99.999% of the people out there, hardware wallets are better because to secure your paper wallet correctly is so hard. It takes someone with technical skill, with a computer that has never been connected to the internet. He goes into all the details, and it'll make you feel very good about your hardware wallet, and it'll make you understand why you shouldn't be messing with a paper wallet, okay? There are some, and he goes over the issues. In a perfect world where you were like an Andreas genius type, the paper wallet actually would be better for a person like that, but you're not him. And you don't have, and most people do not, they don't have close to 10% of the technical skill to even understand what a paper wallet even is and how it works and how you'd secure it. So go check out this. Again, it's another wonderful Andreas video about questions that we get all the time. What's up with paper wallets? What's up with hardware wallets? So check that out. A thought that was going through my head. This is a little bit of outside the Bitcoin world. No, it isn't. Private school in the United States is considered better than government school. So shouldn't private money be a lot better than government money? to all you people who insist on sending your kids to private school. And hey, man, I understand why you want to do that. I wouldn't send my kids to public school, but you shouldn't be. You should get into some private money here too, which is Bitcoin. Get off of. If you've already dropped public school, you should drop the public money too, and get into Bitcoin and pound that freaking like button. Okay, Bcash surging still. And I look around Twitter and I see a lot of guru worship out there. That's like the basis for this surge. They're like, and there's not really any fundamentals. There's just this blind hope among some very vocal social media people. And it was on obviously CNBC that, you know, well, no, he didn't say it on CNBC that Bcash was going to become the next Bitcoin. But in social media land, it's just like, oh, Bcash will be Bitcoin. And that they're still trying to do this, but people buy into it. So Brian Kelly sparks it off. I mean, probably unintentionally on a certain level. And now we have articles like the one linked to below on Yahoo Finance. Okay, and this just plays into it. Bitcoin loses out to Bcash. Is it the beginning of the end? I mean, that is just a FUD and a half, isn't it? You know, Bitcoin is going up in terms of dollar value too. Is this the beginning of the end? This is an article? I mean, is the person who wrote this some no coiner or a peak Bitcoin person or just a no experiencer whatsoever that's just blindly writing an article based on some, I mean, or they just want to, it's a clickbait. I mean, that's how you can, so people buy into this clickbait. Anyway, the bottom line is, as I always say, it is all cyclical. I knew Bcash would pump again. It's going to pump to 20% again eventually. It's at 12%. People say it's dead at 9%. Never say that, because look at how this ecosystem works. CNBC can say something that can spark it. King of the Trolls can pay off an exchange if he wants to. Like Yahoo can create articles that make completely no sense and say Bitcoin, is this the end of Bitcoin? It's going to keep happening over and over again. That's why you have a strong hand with your Bitcoin and you don't get freaked out by things like this. Because there could be, I mean, remember in November, there was a day when Bcash surged to 40% of a Bitcoin and people started selling their Bitcoin. And, oh, they regretted it. They thought, oh, this is the end. This is the flippening. Oh, now that isn't happening. And all these little surges are in hopes that you're going to do that. And you're going to buy Bcash and get rid of your precious Bitcoin, which you should not be doing. When it surges to 20%, when it surges, if you have Bcash left, that's when you get rid of the Bcash, you get your Bitcoin and you get a lot of Bitcoin for it. So anyway, good luck. I mean, yeah, it's going to keep happening. Good luck to Bcash. Good luck to them. I wish them luck. Hey man, whatever happens, happens. That's how confident I am in Bitcoin, because it is the one, it is the rock, and they can play all these little games, all the altcoins. It's all cyclical. They're all going to surge. Ethereum's going to surge back to 10% of a Bitcoin. Litecoin might get back to 2% soon. I don't know. They're going to make some other one that's going to be the next big thing. Who knows what the next rippleization craziness is going to be. I've been in this game a long time. It's just all cyclical, people. So don't get too carried away. You don't have the next Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. All right. So again, here is our great friend Michael Krieger has a tweet storm out there. Read the whole thing. I linked to it. He says Twitter should implement a feature where people can get paid for replying to direct messages over the platform, preferably in Bitcoin. I agree. And this whole thread is about content creators being rewarded for their work, which is interesting because he's a blogger at Liberty Blitzkrieg. And I thought, anyway, that's a good tweet because, again, Twitter should be incorporating cryptocurrency. It will save them and it will give content creators a way to it'll get more people's hands on cryptocurrency, first of all. And by the way, they could use Bcash, as I've said. Not that I want them to do that, but I've said that in the past because that will cause a surge in Bcash. Or they could use some other altcoin and it'll cause a surge in that altcoin because it's all cyclical. They all surge eventually. You can never say that the ones in the top 5, any of them are dead, because they're not going to be dead. At least before 2020. And we're all long-term thinkers in terms of Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin halving in 2020. Don't get rid of any of your Bitcoin before 2020 because that's going to be big, that Bitcoin halving, baby. Long-term thinking, strong hand. All right. And yeah, again, so Krieger will be on the show at 4 p.m. today, This Week in Bitcoin. And you can see him live, of course, with me and the crew, August the 25th of April, which is Wednesday, in Denver, Colorado, linked to below. Oh my God, I still have more here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave out that for another day. That was a funny one. Finally, Elon Musk has six. This is the end of the show, the end of the Bitcoin part of the show. This is Elon Musk, 6 tips for being productive in a big company, I say. So first of all, my number 1 tip for being productive in a big company is don't be a cog in a big company. Don't even work for a big company. Avoid being in this situation. All right. But anyway, and all 6 of these tips can be applied to other aspects of your life. That's why I'm giving it out. Okay. 1, nix big meetings. Yeah. Don't have big meetings of any sort are a waste of your time. If you're in a big company or you're working for yourself, don't have meetings. People, there are these egos that just love to have meetings, love to have just talk and talk and talk. I mean, how could you even work for one of these companies? Ugh. Okay. Ditch frequent meetings too. Yeah, same type of thing. Leave a meeting if you're not contributing. Again, if you work for one of those big companies, try to pull that off. Good luck. But you should, you'll be more productive. If you leave a meeting, you can figure out how you're going to get out of that company and work for yourself soon. Drop the jargon. Now that one you can apply to your own personal business too. Buzzwords, people, totally lame, just a total waste of your time. If you start going off on tangents about buzzwords, you're wasting your life. You're wasting everyone's time. So yeah, drop the jargon. That's a good one. Communicate directly, irrespectively of hierarchy. God, it must suck to be in one of these companies where you can't talk to your boss's boss and you have to fear, doing that. That's why you work for yourself. There is no hierarchy. God, I keep on applying this to, and that's why Bitcoin's so awesome. There is no hierarchy. Okay, follow logic, not rules. All right, now that is important because that's talking about in these companies, they have so many rules. You must send a memo in order to talk to XYZ. I mean, these arbitrary bureaucratic rules. That's why you want to work for yourself. So you have no rules. So you follow your own logic. So you don't have to worry about offending anyone in the HR department. Okay, and that's a good, and now I am going to talk about something. There is no HR department in cryptocurrency, okay? But yet we have people, and I'm not going to name their names. They want there to be an HR department in cryptocurrency. They're trying to fix something that is not broken, okay? Are you one of those people that are part of the HR department in cryptocurrency? The wannabe HR department in cryptocurrency where you're saying, oh, we don't have enough women, or we don't have enough this, or it's not fair, or poor people are going to get ripped off. We have to change our policy in cryptocurrency. Dudes. You're free to try to form your own HR department in cryptocurrency, but there is no HR department in Bitcoin, okay? There is, in Bitcoin, there is, you can't control, you can't say it. It is decentralized. Again, it's personal responsibility here. There are no bailouts here. So that's another saying of mine. There is no HR department in Bitcoin. There is no HR department in cryptocurrency. Although if they're centralized, I guess you could do that. But I'm not going to name some of the big names who apparently they try to think that they are the HR department of Bitcoin. All right. I mean, you can make your own videos about who those people are. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I'll say hi to you dudes in the chat this lovely morning.